It's October 19th, 2021, and you're listening to the Take the Over podcast presented by Live Casino Pittsburgh. Let's go. Oh, hold on. We got a few people watching. Right. Drew, hit it.
Hey guys, this is Drew with the Take the Over podcast. An important message to you from our sponsors at FanDuel. They have extended the hockey parlay insurance up to $25 back each day.
Oh.
That's going to go through the 26th. So they just extended it, I saw, from today through the 26th. Does it work?
Drew's great now, buddy. Yeah. We're back. Hey, the good news is you didn't miss anything because we haven't made any picks yet. But we're going to. So why not?
I don't know why I felt personally attacked that my microphone wasn't working.
Yeah, that was honestly a direct attack for sure. That was a direct attack. We wanted the people were like, that Drew is giving out some shit lines, so we gotta turn him off. So
they're on to me.
Oh, they're on to you.
Oh no,
they're on to you. So a look ahead here at Week 7 of the NFL. We have.
You want to start the show over again?
No. We got some great lines here coming up. We'll start with the Thursday night game. We got the Denver Broncos. It was 3 points. Is it still 3?
It still is 3 on the FanDuel
Denver Broncos
Sports Book, yep.
3 against the Cleveland Browns. Which way you leaning there? Are you leaning any way there, Drew?
Yeah, and I'm not ashamed to say it. The Browns, I think, are gonna. This is a what was that song by Fleetwood Mac?
Oh, here we go again.
Landslide. I think the Cleveland Browns are going to win this one running away.
Wait, Landslide is a Dixie Chick song. But a landslide fry.
You think it's a Dixie Chick song?
Is that a Dixie Chick song?
First of all, it's now the Chicks.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I hope your mic was off before we get canceled again.
You think it's going to be a landslide?
Yeah, I think Cleveland Browns win this one. Wow.
Okay. Let me tell you this before you lock that in and get.
Oh, you said there were injuries.
So here's the injury list for the Browns. Nick Chubb, questionable. Kareem Hunt, out. Baker Mayfield, questionable. Separated shoulder. Separated his non-throwing shoulder. He separated it twice. If he can't go, it'll be Case Keenum. Even if he does go, he'll be not 100%. Okay. We also have their left and right tackle also could be out. OBJ injured. He went off last week with an injury, and Jarvis Landry is on IR. So coming off a short week where they're not going to have. Oh, and also their AOK, their JOK, their stud rookie linebacker also injured, could be out. Does that sway your opinion at all?
No, this is the Browns' chance. I'm giving them the chance. They're -3. All they have to do is win by more than a field goal, and then they can win my bet for me. So this is their chance. This is their chance. The Browns have a chance with me.
Okay.
This is me talking to the Browns.
Here we go.
Browns, Thursday's your chance. You're -3 at home against the Denver Broncos. Cover this. I will do no more Brown slander for the remainder of the year.
Wow.
I will participate in no more Brown slander for the remainder of the year.
No.
That's it.
No.
That's it.
No.
That's it.
You're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Brown slander is your second language.
I'm giving them a chance.
Okay.
It's 2 days away. Today's
Tuesday.
It's a Thursday night game.
It is.
You have 48 hours.
It's like a Liam Neeson thing. I don't know who you are, but I will find you.
What's the voice changer? What's that button?
Yeah, don't click anything. Jesus, we'll lose your audio again. Everybody will be all pissed in the comments. You really do like it?
I think Denver's really not that good.
Well,
let me get this in before the Browns cover. I also think the Browns are not that good, but I think they can cover 3.
Okay, so I mean, for me, it's one of those things where if you're looking at a banged up defense here, you're also gonna. I mean, these are two good defensive teams. The Broncos are 11th in passing yards per game. They're 4th in rush yards per game, and that's going to be pretty good against a 3rd and a 4th string running back. They're 4th in points allowed per game. So. But they're really bad on offense. So that's going to give an extreme edge to the Browns here. Here's what I got. The Broncos are also a big question mark, losing 3 in a row to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Las Vegas Raiders, and Baltimore. They definitely don't look like the team that started 3-0, which Denver does stink. There's no doubt about that. But Denver. The only good thing about Denver is you're allowed to buy weed legally there. The Broncos are 3rd in total yards, 4th in total points per game. You got to be healthy. you got to be healthy. The Browns are 22nd at points per game. They're giving up 25, a little over 25 points a game. Here's my pick. I'm going to tease it a little bit. I'm going to tease the Broncos up to 9.5. All right, because I still think this is a tight game. I don't think even if everybody plays over 36.5. Let's go. So Broncos plus 9.5 over 36.5, and that's basically even money right now on FanDuel. Okay, on FanDuel. So the line is going to move to 3.5 soon. Actually, it's actually leaning that way. So if you want to, you can wait until it does to get some better value on the Denver Broncos. But we could both be right. You could win -3, and I could win plus 9.5 over 36.5.
Do you think confirmation of any of those injuries or out players being out is going to change the line at all? Because there's questionable for several players on the Browns.
For sure, yeah. I mean, it's definitely once it comes in, but it's got to come in soon because they play like you said in 48 hours. Yeah. So it is a short week. This is one of those weeks where I think they just play them. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be tough. I mean, there's no doubt about that. That's why I really like 3. Seems like good luck picking that. You know what I mean? Like who knows? It could go either way. Denver is not good. Denver has not been good since they beat the 1-5 New York Giants, the 1-4 New York Jets, and the who else do they play? Someone else who sucks. So they start out 3-0, but the Jacksonville Jaguars, who just got their first win in London.
Yes. Hey, shout out to us.
We called that. Yes, we did. We called Jacksonville getting their first win in London. So that's my pick for that one. Drew is picking for the Broncos Cleveland game. He's picking the Cleveland Browns -3. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos plus 9.5 over 36.5. You can make your own line there on FanDuel and steal some money from the casino because we need it. They're feeling too good about themselves right now. So Drew, I'm going to write you down here for -3 Browns.
Thanks, Derek. In the meantime, in case nobody heard whenever my mic was on,
they did not hear that.
I was in Nashville, so if my voice sounds a little raspy, it's because I was singing Dick Down in Dallas on like every floor of the honky tonk.
Dick Down in Dallas.
That was everywhere.
Rolled out and rolling.
Yep, I learned the lyrics this weekend. I had no clue that was even a song. Yeah. I had no clue that was even a song.
Oh, it's a great song.
Yeah,
we sing it in church all the time.
Yeah. I usually sing along with the Kids Bop version of that one. But
boom, bop. Oh, the Kids Bop?
Yeah.
What's the kid?
Getting Dairy Queen in Denver.
Tickled in Tennessee.
But yeah, my voice may sound. I may cough off mic for several times. But
yeah, we just getting COVID up in here. Yeah, no, it's fine. If the shows, if you see us recording next week from 2 separate locations, it's because Drew gave us both COVID. Thanks a lot.
I could taste the fireball before the show, so we're fine.
Oh, you're fine then. You're fine then. Looking ahead, do you have any other lines? That was a Thursday night game. We will probably throw a player prop parlay or player prop out there for that game. So pay attention to that. Be on the lookout for that. Do you have any other games that you saw? I mean, these lines aren't great. The next one that jumped out at me was Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. It's -6. Is it 6 still?
Yeah, it's still 6 on FanDuel in favor of the Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 6. I think the Ravens win that. I don't know if I'm going to take anything on this one yet. I'll listen to what you've done research on, but my instincts say Ravens -6.
Wow, is that because they beat your boys last week?
Yeah.
They slaughtered your boys last week, the LA Chargers. Yep. You're leaning Baltimore. It's not an official pick, but you say you're leaning Baltimore minus.
I'm waiting for further information.
Are you leaning Baltimore -6 or just to win?
Baltimore -6.
Okay, you're leaning Baltimore -6. Yeah. Okay, so the Ravens last week did exactly what they needed to beat the LA Chargers. They played them. They were the worst rush team, and they ran the ball for what I think I had it written down here, over 200 yards. So that's what you do. You control the clock. You control the game. You limit their chances on offense. Lamar Jackson didn't have a great game. He still threw 2 interceptions. He only threw for 180 yards, something like that. So if you'd have told me those lines, if you'd have told me that Lamar Jackson threw for 180 yards, had 2 interceptions, and asked me what the score of that game was, I'd have been like Chargers by 20. And it was Ravens by 20. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's how you do it. So to me, this line actually screams Bengals -6 or +6. Ravens won last week because they controlled the ground game, but the Bengals have the best 8th rush defense in the league and a top 10 defense overall. They're actually really overperforming on defense, which is good. The Ravens have the third best rush defense. Okay, so if you're going to ask me who's going to be better at airing it out, you're going to give me Lamar Jackson and his weapons, or Joe Burrow and his weapons. I'm probably taking Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's thrown 71% completion percentage this year, QBR of 108. Plus, it's a divisional game. Laying more than like laying a full touchdown basically on a divisional game is kind of tough for me. So I think I lean Bengals +6, or if you want to go alternate line again, you can go Bengals +13 over 41, and that's like a even money again.
That sounds way better.
That's like even money again.
That sounds way better.
So you can do that. It's that way because these games aren't going to be 2-score games. I really don't think they're going to be 2-score games. So if you get the opportunity to go 2 scores, they still have the Bengals have a great offense, honestly. They're Jamar Chase is lighting it up right now. T. Higgins
he even had a good block
involved.
last week.
Joe Mixon. I didn't see that.
Jamar Chase, yeah, he
Jamar Chase. Okay, no, I thought you meant Joe Burrow. I was like, I hope he's not blocking people downfield. Joe Burrow, the guy who had a torn ACL the week before the last season. So that's my pick on that, and I think Drew's going to tail it. Again, Bengals +13.5 over 41.5. When the lines suck, you guys, you can still take money from Vegas. You just have to be smart about it. You just have to look at it a little bit more. But again, there are some 2-score, 3-score lines this week, and it's just like, man, is Alabama playing Southern Alabama? Like, why are these lines existing? But I mean, I guess we're starting to realize who people are, and we're getting the dispersion that we thought that we think we need, I guess. So what line sticks out to you next?
I was going to say the lines this week. They're not as obvious as like the first 6 weeks.
Not even a little bit.
So this may be the week that we have some difficulty.
No self-handicapping.
I do like the Chiefs -5.5 though. The Chiefs at the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
However, that is the Chiefs in Nashville, which
getting dick down and down.
Yep. So the over/under in that game is also 56.5. So okay. I think if you.
Those are 2 really bad Well, the Bills had their way with their defense all night. They threw the ball all over the yard. They just.
I actually enjoyed watching that game because the ball was always moving.
Do you go for it on 4th and 1 there when you can kick the field goal to get it into overtime? If you are the Buffalo Bills.
Here's my thoughts whenever these situations always come up.
Yeah.
It's the coach's decision on what do you have more faith in.
Sure.
Your offense to get 1 yard,
right? Half a yard,
or your defense to hold their offense. Because if you kick that, you're essentially putting it in the hands of your defense.
Well, no, because it would go straight to overtime. But it's a chip shot. You and I
but overtime it could be a coin toss and then it goes to your defense. Exactly right. So it's like, so what do you have? What do you have more faith in? Do you want to win the game with your best weapons on the field?
Right.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And whoever else. Sorry for insulting everybody. All the Bills listeners.
Stephon Diggs.
Yep. Sorry, Stephon. Mr. Sanders.
Singletary.
Colonel Emmanuel Sanders.
Sanders.
But that's what it comes down to whenever I see those situations. It's like what does, and I mean also like I think of it like you want the ball in your hands, right?
And Josh Allen's 6'4", 220 pounds. All he had to do was go like that, and the ball's over. And he slipped. I mean, he slipped. It's a real field. It's not turf. I think, and if he gets that yard and they win the game, oh, that was the smartest coaching decision of the week. He didn't, and they didn't, so it looks bad. I also think they went for it because they looked at their division and they said, in our division right now is the 1-5 New York Jets, the 1-4 New York Jets, the 1-5 New York Jets, the 1-5 Miami Dolphins or 1-6 Miami Dolphins, and the 2-4 Patriots. So even if I lose this game. My path to the playoffs is still pretty freaking clear. You know what I mean? Like they're going to get a home playoff game, but at the same time, I probably would have kicked that and just tried to win that game. But that's because I bet on the Bills. So if these coaches would have a little faith in their team and put some money on the game, you know what I mean? They might think like us for a second.
Imagine being somebody that bet for that game to go to overtime. Like at 4 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
You've had that bet in forever. Just God, this game's going to overtime.
They're
going to go down, kick a field goal, send it right into overtime.
It's perfect. It's so easy. It's so easy. If you had Derrick Henry to get a lot of yards, you won that one too for sure.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you right now, you like the Chiefs -5.5, or you're leaning Chiefs -5.5. I don't know if that's an official pick yet. I think if you bet this game, FanDuel
Chiefs -5.5.
FanDuel should shut your account off if you bet because the Tennessee Titans are the same team that lost to the New York Jets. They lost to who else did they lose to? They've beaten, but then they go back and they go and beat the Bills, and it just doesn't seem to make sense the way they lose games and the way they win games. It just doesn't seem to make sense. So and even the over 56.5 is the highest total of the week. So I don't even like that. I'm not gonna again, if this were Oklahoma and somebody else, I might that's probably gonna hit. But this is not even a game I'm close to touching. But if Drew likes it, he's going.
Yeah, wasn't there a college game? It was like 82 points this weekend. I think it was like Tennessee. It was 80. The total was like 82.
Oh, really?
I'll look. I'll find.
There was there was one of those last week in the NFL. Was the Chargers and the Browns. So you like Chiefs -5.5? I don't know.
The Chiefs are all the way back. I think that's going to be.
But their defense is awful.
Doesn't matter.
So now they got to score.
When you have that offense, who needs defense?
Yeah, well,
best defense is good offense.
Not when Derrick Henry's on the other offense. I mean, that's tough.
Well, they lost Taylor Lewan.
Yeah.
And that weird.
How did he even get hurt?
We're not gonna victim shame here.
We're not. No, I'm just asking.
We're not gonna victim blame. I watched the replay.
Yeah, same. I thought it was a weird place to take a nap.
Yeah. Odd time.
I thought that was a weird time to take. He just rolled over the pile, and he was like, "This is where I'm sleeping tonight."
Maybe he's got somewhere to be next weekend.
I'm so injured.
I can't make it to the game. I'm injured. Not gonna do it.
Oh God, I don't want to go to Missouri. It's in Nashville.
Yeah, well, and then maybe he has somewhere to be.
Taylor Swift concert tickets.
That's
probably has
right.
Taylor Swift tickets. Yeah, or Jonas Brothers. Jonas Brothers are back. They probably got the Jonas Brothers.
In that
tickets.
case, I can't blame him. I think we could all agree we do the same thing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I would think 6.
So this is making more sense. I'm glad we talked this out.
Yeah, but you're taking Chiefs -5.5.
Chiefs -5.5. Yeah.
Okay. Any other lines stick out to you? Because I think I have a really good one here. It's not my bet the house pick, but it really should be.
I'll also say Andy Reid is going to be very well nourished for that game.
He's gonna be full of Nashville hot chicken.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. He's gonna.
I learned that there's so many hot dog hustlers on it because the bars close at 3.
Oh, okay.
There's so many there's a hot dog vendor between you and me. There'd be 3 of them right here.
Really?
It's nuts. If you
Andy Reid's gonna be full of hot dogs.
Oh, he's gonna be working on all cylinders. It's gonna be they might take the over themselves. They might cover it all.
and give me one of them dogs. Andy Reid looks like a guy that eats an aggressive amount of hot dogs.
And ketchup on his steak.
Oh, Andy Reid, he's going to have hot dogs in his mustache.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be hot.
They're great. As they win, as they win by 6, it's going to be great.
Thank God I have HDTV so I can see that. Here's my, it's not my best bet of the week. It's not my bet the Haas pick. But I think this is one you guys are definitely going to want to tail here. All right. The New York Jets are +7 against the New England Patriots. Now, I will take this bet. I usually don't bet on or against my team as a Jets fan, but I have to. Here's my pick is.
You don't have to do anything.
No, this is free money. I'm not just. This is 100% free money. New England -4 first half. Take the first half line, New England -4. The Jets have not scored a lot of points in the first half, all right? First half this year, the Jets were down 16-0 against Carolina, 13-3 against the Patriots, 17-0 against the Broncos, 9-7 against the Titans, and 20-3 against the Falcons. The only time they've trailed less than 10 points at half is when A.J. Brown and Julio Jones were both out for the Titans. They are a very bad team on offense. They're close to the bottom in every regard. And they always start off slow, and then but they've been averaging like 18.5 points in the second half, but it's just not enough. They're playing Bill Belichick in New England, who has lost his last 4 home games in New England. The last time that happened has probably been never. All right. So if there is a week that they get this right, it will be this week. Bill Belichick hates the Jets, and he will do whatever it takes to embarrass them on live television. The New York Jets are going to be trailing by more than 4 points at halftime, so take New England -4. That's my bet.
New England -4 first half.
New England -4 first half.
So are you also taking the Jets +7?
No.
Okay.
I won't take the full game. But I will tell you they will be losing by more than 4 points at halftime.
I saw that too. I thought about taking Jets +7. I think this could be the Jets' second win of the year.
Oh man, you don't know how happy that would.
know.
You don't know how drunk I would be.
I know. Yeah, I do actually.
don't know.
I've seen you drink half of a. I've seen you drink a quarter of the original Four Loko.
Well, okay, but the original Four Locos were actually dangerous, you guys. They were more dangerous than the COVID shots. So let's be respectful.
I've never seen somebody go from sober to drunk to wildly drunk to passed out, all in a matter of 40 minutes.
But was I happy?
Yes.
But was I happy?
And there was still 3/4 of the drink left. It was incredible.
I
think they turned those original Four Locos into
NASCAR
ethanol.
fuel. Yeah, yep. Fuel for your race car, and it fueled my body that night for like for that quarter mile.
Man, I wish
for that quarter mile.
Oh man, I wish there was some type of recording for your dreams that night.
That's the night. That's the night I played. Never mind. You know what? We're not. That's very incriminating what I'm about to say. So
whatever happens in the 15419 stays in the 15419.
Yeah. So any other lines that stick out to you here on this in this?
Okay, so lines that stick out to me. The Falcons are -2.5 at the Dolphins. I'm not touching it, but it sticks out to me.
Okay.
Rams are at home -15.5 against the Lions. Obviously, it's a double-digit line. Sticks out to me. Tampa Bay Buccaneers -12.5 at home against the Chicago Bears.
Right.
That sticks out to me. I think that one that would be a good one to tease. So get your 6 point teaser in to get the Buccaneers down to -6.5, and then the over under down to 41.5.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna write
that's got to be like close to even money. So was Buccaneers -6.5?
Yep.
Bucks -6.5. Over what? 40 what?
Over 41.5.
41.5. All right. So again, if the lines aren't good, you don't have to just sit at home and watch the games. You can still make money on these games. In fact, I think every game that we teased like this has hit. So there's the jinx. If you're, so that means it's not going to happen. But every game that we've teased like this, if a game's under 46 points, I really think teasing it down 6 points, that's a full score. You know, that's massive. And then you get 2 scores on the other side on the back end, and it's basically even money. So you could have made a lot of money.
That's plus 103, by the way.
Plus 103. Plus 103. Wow. All right. So what if you take it the other way? You take Chicago plus 19.5 or plus 18.5 or 19, I guess it would be. While you're doing that, I'm going to tell you this: the Chicago will not win this game. But they could surprise people and keep it close. The Bucs secondary is obliterated with injuries, not good. Richard Sherman just went out last week yet again with a hamstring injury. He did. Did you see that?
Did you see the tweets?
Yeah, he's like, I asked too much of my body too soon. I was like, I feel like that every time I eat wings.
Did you see the replies?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, were they about the domestic violence?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably not. We should probably not.
That's nice.
I do hope that whatever happened, he's getting help for it. But the other thing is, Drew, I like your tease here because the Tampa Bay does have a top. They're a really good defense, but Chicago is a top 10 defense right now, and they could put some pressure on Tom Brady. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 2-4 this year against the spread, so they're not good at the spread. They've struggled against top defense, 19 points against the Pats, 24 points against the Rams. If the Bears can hold Tom Brady to less than 30 points, they will cover. They will cover. If the Bears hold Tom Brady to less than 30 points, they will cover this game. I'm leaning Chicago 12.5. It's not going to be an official pick because Tom Brady. But I do like Drew's pick. It was Bucks -6.5. Go ahead.
Can I entice you?
You can.
On the FanDuel Sports Book, I can get the away team total points at over 17.
Well, I mean, if I was going to do anything, I would probably just take the line at plus 12.5.
But that goes along with you. If you think that if the Buccaneers don't score, it's saying the same thing.
It is right. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, I mean, the 12.5, you could do that, by scoring. They could score 30 points, and then the Buccaneers score 50 points. You know what I mean? So I don't trust Justin Fields. Again, Justin Fields has averaged for like 150 yards in the air. He actually did rush for like 45 yards last week.
I haven't really seen him play that much.
And that was against the Packers, who aren't a bad defense. But I don't think he's going to want to rush against this Tampa Bay Buccaneer front seven. That is a death sentence. That is absolutely, that kid will get. You'll see Andy Dalton in there before halftime if he goes off like that. Because he's a big dude, but he's not that big. You know what I mean? And he's vegan, so it's like if he gets hit the wrong way. There's not enough protein in his body to save him there. So, Drew, I like your pick there. I like your pick at Tampa Bay -6.5 over 41.5.
And I did do it the other way too. With the Bears plus 19.5 and over 41.5, it's plus 105.
Okay.
So you could.
Do you think the Bears are going to get blown out, or do you trust? The Patriots?
I think they could get blown out, but to get beat by 20,
yeah.
I don't know if they're going to get beat by 20.
Do you trust Tampa Bay to win by 7?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then you're also putting some pressure on them to score some points because what is it? It was over 41.5?
41.5, yep.
So they really only have to score 11 points, because Tom Brady, again, probably will score 30 points. That's why I'm not taking that game. If I was confident that they could hold him to under 30 points, I would take Chicago. If there's any lines out there to our listeners that want us to talk about any of the games, we'll be happy to do that. So there's 4 big spreads this week. Green Bay -9.5. LA Rams -15.5, Tampa Bay -12.5, and Arizona -17.5. Outside of the Tampa Bay game, which we teased down, do you think which of these do you think covers? Which of these big lines do you think covers?
Cardinals.
Wow, the biggest one of the week?
Yeah. There's a reason it's the biggest one of the week.
Yeah, it's about to be 18 too. I think it's trending that way.
Yeah, there's a reason it's the biggest one of the week, and that's because the Texans. I don't know, man. Maybe just cheer for baseball.
What if Tyrod comes back though? I mean, what if
that definitely changes? Tyrod is a high quality quarterback, and I said at the beginning of this season's podcast episodes that Tyrod Taylor he's kind of struggled to get a chance, not in the sense that like he hasn't been given a chance, but whenever he gets that chance, he performs fairly well,
right? And
then injury, something weird happens that he does not keep that position. Injury, starting quarterback change, whatever it may be. I think he is a very high quality quarterback, and I think if he comes back, then I think that the Texans have. I would shift towards the Texans covering that if he comes back.
Wouldn't that be wild?
I don't think he's coming back though.
Kyler Murray's a little banged up too.
Well, you're going to be. It's physical.
It's week 7.
A very physical sport.
It's week 7. Jacob Field says he loves you.
Oh, Jacob.
Jacob said he loves you. Jacob.
E7 for life.
So okay, I disagree. I mean, I'm not gonna say one way or another. I don't necessarily agree with that or disagree with that. I'm about him loving you, or those lines. I'm just if I were to take one of those big spreads, it would probably be the smallest of the big spread, Green Bay, to cover over Washington. The Washington football team has been not good. They've been struggling a little bit more as of late. Taylor Heineke looks like he played well coming into it, but I think now the team's got enough film on him to know what they got to do to stop him. Going back to a game here that we didn't really talk about a ton. You said Atlanta and Miami. First off, how is Miami not getting a bye coming back from London? How does that not make sense?
I don't know.
Every other team gets a bye when they come back from London.
So it's the Steelers bye week. Maybe someone got the schedules mixed up. It's an honest mistake. It's
in a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a really honest mistake. Sorry. Nothing we can do. Oh, we're so sorry. We don't know what we did. So Miami's coming off a big road game in London. Miami is 0-2 against the spread at home, 2-4 against the spread total. They lost to Jacksonville and the Fighting Fingers, and they have not looked good all season. Miami has looked bad. Will Fuller is still out, I'm pretty sure, and he probably won't play the rest of the year. Who else? Howard is out as well, or is likely out. Their star cornerback. And meanwhile, Matt Ryan is having a sneaky good season. Matt Ryan's not getting talked about at all. He's not getting nearly enough love. He has been playing some good football this year. He's completed 70% of his passes. He hit everything against the Jets in London. He has 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and Miami is 31st in total yards on defense given up. They're giving up 433 yards a game, and they're 29th in pass yards. So if Kyle Pitts can have a day, and dude,
Kyle Pitts is crazy.
Patterson, Cordell Patterson.
You can pronounce this any number of ways. Cordero.
I think it's Cordero. It's Cordero. Cordarelli. Italian. When a moon, yeah, he's like the ultimate Swiss Army knife. He is.
I know he's been on my bench in my fantasy league for like 4 weeks. Because I don't remember to change it. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna put him in the starter
do that right now.
now.
I will say he is a great guy to have for receptions out of the backfield. If you're looking for a player prop bet, it's hit like the last couple weeks. It's usually right around 20 yards out of the backfield, and they line him up as a wide receiver like once every fifth play. So and again, Matt Ryan is incredibly accurate this year, so he's hitting him, which means that he's getting those yards early. Which means if you put him in a player prop bet, all that being said, I'm going to make a pick on this game, and I hate to bet on either of these two teams. I'm going to make a pick. I'm going to say Atlanta minus 2.5. If it gets any closer to even money, if it gets down to 1.5 or even 2, I might just take Atlanta on the money line. That way, I don't have to worry about them screwing it up.
We need to mark all the times you say like I hate taking this pick and like just make a super cut because they're my favorite times of the whole show.
Well, I do.
I hate making this pick.
I hate it.
I'm gonna do it.
There's no. Well, I mean, like we're a betting podcast, so we're a betting show, so we have to make picks. I'm not gonna love every line.
We've made picks. We're doing a great job.
I'm not gonna love every line.
Our record for the year is what?
I shouldn't. You're right. So you're
saying $1.7 billion.
So you're saying I should not.
No,
record.
Don't shortchange yourself.
No, what you're saying is I shouldn't take like bets. I'm not
You don't have right. Yeah, there's plenty of lines on the board, Derek. We don't have to take the ones we don't like. I will back up your pick with I like that pick.
Then I'm saying
I'm going to take that pick.
Then it stays. We have Atlanta minus 2.5. That might be our bet the Haas pick. We just went from I hate this pick to what, put all your money on it.
I really don't want to bet this one.
I really don't want to bet this one.
Post that on Monday whenever or even on Sunday night whenever they win by like 30.
I hope they do. Although Tua looked good last week. I hate Tua, but he looked good last week. He threw for 3 touchdowns, 300 some yards, 2 touchdowns, 300 some yards, and all that. And they still lost. So that just tells you where we're at there. Do you have any other lines?
They probably treat Tua like an antique in the locker room. It's like a look, don't touch policy. I think he's made of ceramic. If you
he is.
If you fist bump him too hard, that's 2 to 3 weeks on the questionable list right there.
Is fragile.
Another pick. No, I don't have any more spreads that I'm really interested in right now until we get to the house one.
Okay.
If I were to see one like that though, the Monday night game is plus 5.5. Yeah. Seahawks are plus 5.5 at home against the Saints.
What are the Saints?
I think that what
are the Saints? I don't think we know.
A football team from New Orleans.
Yeah, but I mean, what are they? Are they good?
That's what I see. The fact that I don't have an answer tells you everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I mean, you have Jameis who had a perfect 30 for 30 season a couple seasons ago.
Yeah,
30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions.
Yeah,
and then who knows which one you're getting of him. But I honestly like the way watching the Seahawks play Pittsburgh. I think that they moved the ball in the second half. They didn't have the greatest first half, but I have a lot of faith that I'll do Seahawks plus 5.5. I do like that. Seahawks plus 5.5 on Monday night.
I don't think that's a bad bet at all. I mean, Seahawks are they are a team that they have weapons. You have Lockett, you have DK Metcalf, you have if Chris Carson can come back and play well. If not, they just got to figure it out. Their defense is what's got to hold up. If their defense holds up, they probably cover that by they probably win that game. So there we go. Do you want to move on to some overs then? If you don't have any more lines that you like,
move right along. Before we move along, let's shout out to the Bills defense for running at Derrick Henry.
That dude has. Someone needs to test him because that dude has the biggest balls. I don't even know how you get back to the locker room when your balls are dragging on the ground like that. That dude stood in front of that. Like, have you ever seen a freshman walk out into a crosswalk and not look? And they almost get hit by a car, and you're like, that was bold. That's that dude. Except that car is a Mack truck, and that Mack truck is Derrick Henry, and he was running 21 miles an hour.
Yeah, Derrick.
I don't care how much you pay me.
Yeah, Derrick Henry. He.
That's not how humans are supposed to work.
No, I'll say it again. What's he like 6'1", 220?
Yeah, probably
205, something along those lines. I just imagine. There's a patio door. Just imagine somebody like running that fast by this, and then imagine trying to take them down.
Yeah, when they want to hurt you, like he doesn't want to be your friend. Like he is, dude.
There's people that are meant to do things in life.
That is
Isaac Newton and gravity.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein equals MC squared. Derrick Henry running a football. He's doing exactly what he's meant to do. I mean,
dude is a massive man. He's a whole man.
You and I on a podcast making picks.
Show.
We're doing what we're meant to be doing.
We're doing what we're meant to be. That's true. We are doing what we're meant to be doing.
That's the most relatable I'll ever be to Derrick Henry.
This is the Lord's word. So yes, Derrick Henry is a whole man, and if you can get him for rushing yards, please take that all the time. Especially this week because they're playing the Chiefs, and I think that they are going to have to control that clock to win that game. So, and I think they're going to try because Tannehill looked shaky against the Bills. He did not look great.
He's not looking great.
He didn't look like Tannehill like the last couple of years where he was like a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. Really was. But
yeah, you had that stat like I think the first or second week of the show about how his quarterback rating was like one of the top 5 in the NFL, top 3 in the NFL.
Top 3 behind Mahomes and Rodgers
in the past couple years, or just last
past
year?
2 years, since he became a starter there, and now he's just it's bound to wear off a little bit, I guess, but Well,
you gotta think it's got to be even worse because with that rushing attack. Every
Sure.
announcer since the beginning of microphones has said that in order to have a quality passing game, you need to first establish the run. The run is very easily established.
Yeah, all they have.
So that you'd think the passing game would kind of piggyback.
I mean, why are they not using? Do they use play action a lot?
Because if you see that catch by Julio off the guy's.
Yeah.
That was called a catch.
Yeah, and it was a catch. That's even better. When they get it right, it's even better. So some overs that I like this week. I don't have many actually. There's these lines were tough.
Yeah,
this was not a great week for.
I'm
for
sweating.
the NFL. Yeah, it is going to be one of those weeks where we're going to be watching the games and we're just going to be like, I hope I get half of these right because I don't want to come in here next Tuesday and have a losing record. And again, you are listening to this. If you're listening to this on Tuesday, congratulations, you are getting the early edge here. We are giving you lines that you probably won't get the rest of the weekend or the rest of the week. So kudos to you for paying attention early. So my over here, I like Colts 49ers over 44.5. Jimmy G came back today. He's practicing, and Trey Lance is not practicing. Trey Lance has a little bit of an injury, and Jimmy G looks like he's back. So their offense is going to get better. The line looks like it's going to go to 44. So pay attention to that. I think it's going to go to 44 instead of 44.5. And if it does, I'm all over that. The Colts have played well. Every time the Colts have played a competent team, they've given up at least 25 points. I would say that the San Francisco 49ers are a competent team. I think that they have one of the best defenses in the country. They have one of the best defenses in the NFL. There's no doubt about that. T.Y. Hilton is back, so that helps. They lost Paris Campbell at wide receiver, but Pittman is averaging 67 yards a game as a rookie, and Carson Wentz has looked great the last couple weeks. Carson Wentz has looked like Carson Wentz that they thought they were going to get whenever they traded for him. They traded for him last year or this offseason. So that being said, I think both teams, if Kittle can move the ball a little bit, I think this gets. That's only 20. That's only 20 to 27. You know what I mean? That's not a ton of points in the NFL.
Yep.
And this is the same 49ers defense that gave up 33 points to the Detroit Lions, in the first week of the year. So that's where I'm at. Over Colts 49ers over 44.5.
I don't mind that pick. I'm not going to touch that at all, but okay. I will direct your eyes towards this Los Angeles Rams game.
Okay.
Rams at home versus the Lions. The Rams are favored by 15.5. Not touching that.
Yeah.
Over-under is 50.5. I think that these two teams can combine for 50.5 points. I think that I think there's a chance. I mean, the Lions. I mean, every week is just like got to be like their Super Bowl now.
I mean,
like they're just looking for just let us win. Just not let us win. We have to work for this win. I think they're going to score some points on the way to losing to the Rams by quite a margin. But I think
Dan Campbell called out Jared Goff.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He said he's got to be better. He's got to be better. I mean, it wasn't but it was like a direct shot. He's like, Goff's got to be better.
Well, let's you speak into the thing for a little bit, and I'll look up Goff's season stats.
Well, what I will say is if you're at 50.5 points there, that means the Los Angeles Rams are going to have to put up at least 34 of them. But the Rams are the highest scoring team in the country. But again, that line doesn't make sense at 15.5 if they're going to go over 50.5. You know what I mean? Because they're going to beat them by 50. That's why I didn't touch that line, because I just don't know if they can score against that defense.
I mean, his stats really aren't bad. 159 to 238, 67% completion percentage,
right.
1,500 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So 7 touchdowns through 6 weeks of NFL season is not great.
Right.
Ideally, your quarterback's going to have a few more than that. 4 interceptions is not really bad. He's taking care of the football, but he's averaging 6.3 yards, so he's only pretty much probably throwing dump off passes for the most part. That's why his completion percentage is so high.
Right.
And why they don't score a whole lot of points. So you got to be able to see it downfield a little bit. Don't go for his own stats. You got to help the team move the football a little bit there. And I think that we're going to see that a little bit more after apparently got called out this week.
To your point, the Detroit Lions are starting 2 cornerbacks that probably wouldn't be on an NFL roster if there wasn't for some injuries. So that probably helps because Matt Stafford's an early candidate for either comeback player of the year or MVP. I'm not taking that, but I could see it getting over 50.5 points.
Over 50.5 for me.
So over 50.5 for the Lions, and the LA Rams. Drew picked it over 50.5.
I will say I'm writing this in the spot of the page that this spot of the page gets in the right column of the second one down. It's the spot every week that I've looked at that pick and been like, why did I take that? What was I thinking whenever I took that one?
One of our
I will say that that's in that spot, and I can see myself on Sunday looking back at this paper being like, why did I do that?
Well, this is so dumb. My next over. And this is a game I'm really putting a lot on. Is the Bengals over 20 team points. The Bengals have scored 20 points each of the last 4 games. They even did it against a top 10 defense in Green Bay. Baltimore has given up 20 points plus 3 times this year. The games they didn't were against the Lions, the Broncos when they knocked out Teddy Bridgewater, and one other game, but. They didn't give up 20 points against the Chargers last week, but I don't think anybody could have saw that happening. So I do think Baltimore's coming into their own. However, they also gave up 25 points to the struggling Indianapolis Colts. That was kind of Carson Wentz's first game that he kind of started putting it together. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase have been playing really, really good football. So I think 3 touchdowns is very doable here. I think that hits over 20.
Yeah, I think that's a really good pick, actually. Bengals over 20?
Bengals over 20. And I honestly think that I really do think that the Bengals win this game. I'm in the camp that the Bengals are going to pull this one out. They're going to win this game. They're going to be in first place in that division by the end of this week.
Yeah, we got Bengals plus 13 over 41, and now you got Bengals over 20 for team points. You do have a lot in that game. That was not incorrect. Let me tell you a team over that I don't mind, and that is the Washington football team at the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Packers are over 29.5 team points, and I think that they can get there easily.
Keep talking for a second.
So Packers, you have Aaron Rodgers, who is looking like that first week was a fluke.
Yeah.
And it's looking like the Washington football team, their front 4 that we touted so much,
maybe
the teeth aren't as sharp on them as we thought they were.
Here's the stats I was waiting to look up here. Their defense, 30th in total yards per game.
Who's their defense?
Washington football team's defense, 30th in total yards per game. They're giving up 431 yards per game. They haven't played Aaron Rodgers every week. They're 32nd in passing yards. They're giving up 310 passing yards. They're 19th in the rush. 32nd in points. They're giving up 31 points a game. And to their credit, the teams they've played this year that they've given up those average of 31 points to were the Chargers, the Giants, the Buffalo Bills, they gave up 43 to the Buffalo Bills, the Falcons, the Saints, who are they, you know what I mean, and the Chiefs. So you said it was over what, 30?
29.5, and the Packers, since scoring 3 points in their week 1 loss to the Saints, they've scored 35, 30, 27, 25, 24.
And they've played some good defenses.
So yeah, if nothing else, it'll be pretty close. Yeah, and against the WFT defense, I don't expect they're going to put up a whole lot of resistance to the Green Bay Packers offense.
No, I definitely agree. I think that's a great pick. Packers over 29.5 points. I don't know how you don't do that. I don't know how that the Penguins scored. John Marino got his first one of the year. I don't know how you don't do that. So, do you have any more overs, or do you want to go to our parlay pick of the week?
I don't have any more overs, Derek. Thank you for asking. Why don't you start us off with your parlay pick of the week?
Okay, 6-point teaser. I love them. Also, before we talk about this, FanDuel has now implemented a 6-point teaser. Whenever you go to your bet slip, if you have more than 2 games on your bet slip, it'll give you the option to make it a teaser, and then it automatically adds a 6 points. So everything that you add there. However, their two-team teasers are minus 134. Okay? Doesn't matter. 6-point teaser, 2 teams is 134. Their 3-team teasers are plus 140. Okay? You following that?
3-team teasers plus 140.
3-team teasers plus 140. Okay, but listen though. If you create those same lines by just using the alternate spread option, your odds are way better. So it doesn't make sense. There's a glitch is what I'm saying. It really is because I typed this in.
Have you let anybody know about this?
I'm letting everybody know about this. I'm letting everybody know about this. If you were to make the teaser that I'm about to give you right now, it would have been plus 140. But if you go in and make it yourself on the alternate lines, so like you click on the team, you click alternate spread, you click the 6.5 points, it's plus 188
for the same lines.
Same exact lines. For the same exact lines. So here's my 6-point teaser. I have Green Bay minus 3.5, Seattle plus 11.5, Indianapolis plus 9.5, and that's plus 188.
Just put all the logos and the numbers next to it.
Yeah,
that's a lot to follow.
It's so Green Bay minus 3.5, Seattle plus 11.5, Indianapolis plus 9.5. It's just a 6-point tease, just 6 points. Teased him whichever way you have to 6 points, and that's plus 188. It's on you.
Thank you, Derek.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
That. I was looking for. I was really going to match up a parlay with the over for Patrick Mahomes passing yards, over for Travis Kelce receiving yards, over for Derrick Henry rushing yards.
Okay.
Whatever that is, all the same game.
So hold on.
Chiefs, you got Patrick Mahomes over passing yards, Travis Kelce over receiving yards, Derrick Henry over rushing yards. And you know what? While we're there, Ryan Tannehill over 0.5 interceptions.
Huh. I like that.
So we got 4.
And we will we'll tweet that out. We'll tweet that one out once we get the lines over 0.5.
Yeah, lines. It's too early right now on Tuesday.
Yeah, you can't get those on Tuesday. You can't do that on Tuesday. They won't let you do that on Tuesday. But again, if you are gonna, that teaser option is nice because it's quick, but it's always minus 134 for 2-team teasers, plus 140 for 3-team teasers. But if you make those lines yourself, you get way better odds.
They don't do that on Tuesdays because that's how you get your account shut off. If you bet that bet on a Tuesday, they just say thanks for playing. You're sick.
You're done. You're done. Yeah, we don't have Russian table tennis to go bet on or something. Speaking of which, Russian table tennis, always bet on Vladimir. Always bet on Vladimir. It's a safe bet because everyone's named Vladimir.
Could not agree more. By the way, I can't say enough about his vodka.
Oh yeah, does he have it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to crouch down. You got to work the knees a little bit. Get down low. Grab that plastic bottle off the bottom shelf. Take it right up, and you're on your way to having a good time.
This podcast is brought to you by Vladimirs.
No, bleep that out. They're not paying them.
Vodka for the average man. Yeah, you're right. They're not paying us. Also, don't know. Does Vladimir have? Is that a real vodka? Is it? Is it? All right, it's not.
You see what time this guy had in college? I blame myself. We were roommates. But anyways, we'll drink some next week.
All right, please do. We were too busy. We were too busy taking sports.
It's like if you take I think that's what happens whenever you take all your plastic bags from the grocery store and you boil them in a pot, mix it with a little bit of water. That's how they make the vodka.
Do you remember that time I made buffalo chicken dip?
Yeah.
For the Super Bowl?
Yeah, my taste buds are still coming back from that.
And I didn't know you weren't supposed to put the whole bottle of hot sauce in the chicken dip.
No, the whole bottle wasn't the problem. It was the value size bottle that was the problem.
Turns out we were not a family. I thought we were a family.
I even think there was an extra on there, the extra on the bottle somewhere. Frank's hot extra, Frank's extra hot. One of those. I don't know what it was, but I took one bite of that and then just started sweating, and I was like, why? Why am I going to eat things that I'm having a bad time eating? I didn't eat anymore.
To be fair, Drew does sweat a lot. And you sweat at weddings. You sweat at prom probably.
I barely sweat, but the thing is that I just sweat all the time.
Huh? What do you mean? You sweaty right now?
I'm sweating right now.
Oh, fuck.
These lights are bright, man.
They are bright. They are bright, but they do light as well.
The pics are tough.
They do light as well.
The environment.
So that is our. So now we get to go into our most confident bet of the week, our bet the Hass.
I've been waiting for this.
Thank you, Buffalo, for screwing us. I can't bet on Tennessee for the rest of the year. They lost the Jets, then they beat the Bills, and so none of it makes sense. So I don't know how you do that. The Bills should have won that game.
I think most would agree.
The Bills should have won that game. I feel really bad about us. We were so confident in it too. Every time I've bet for or against the Titans in my bet the house, they've screwed me. And so I don't know how else to say it, but I'm not going to put them in my bet the house. I probably won't even bet on the rest of the year. I'll bet on individual players and their teams because I'm sick, but I won't bet on them as a team anymore because I just don't know who you're getting.
I'll tell you what, if I have the Chiefs -5.5. I called that earlier. If Titans cover that, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now,
just fade the Titans so hard.
No, just don't even touch it.
Yeah, just don't even. Yeah,
It's not even
because you
worth
can't even bet against them because they might win.
It's not even worth
There's
it. Right?
only value. There's only value right now in the Titans at minus or plus points.
Yes,
because they come out as favorites and they lay eggs, and then they come out as underdogs, like 6-point underdogs, that's a lot in the NFL. 6.5. They were 6.5. They were 6.5 point underdogs, and they came out and won. So. That hurts, man. That hurts because I needed that for my parlay. I needed it for my bet the Hass. It hurt. That was a tough one. So my bet the Hass pick. Do you have one already? I think you do, right?
I do.
Okay, cool. My bet the Hass pick this week is, and again, I hate betting on this team, but I'm going to do it. Carolina -3 at the New York Giants. Carolina has been disappointing the last couple weeks. They dropped 3 straight. Sam Darnold was awful last week. He was 17 for 41. 17 for 41. That is a real stat. 17 for 41. Carolina has had 3 straight losses, but 2 of the 3 were not. I mean, the Eagles loss is bad. They lost in the last second. That was a bad loss. The week before that, last week, they were down 11 against the Vikings with like 3 minutes to go, and they came back, tied it up, and then they ended up losing in overtime. He was 17 for 41, but they also had 8 drops, so maybe that changes things a little bit. Carolina does have a great defense, and the Giants are a bottom 5 in almost every defensive category. Sam doesn't have to be good. The defense just has to win this game. They have to shut down Kadarius Toney. They have to shut down Kadarius Toney in order for them to win this game. McCaffrey's on IR. He's definitely not playing. He's definitely out. So, but I still think, and I think it might even change. It might even be Is it still a 3 on FanDuel?
FanDuel has it a Panthers -3.
Okay. So listen, Sam, when you were one of the Jets, you ruined a lot of Sundays for me. All right. And then we trade you. And the first week of the year, we play you. And you ruined that Sunday for me. Don't ruin this Sunday for me. Don't ruin another Sunday. Sam Darnold, I'm looking right at you. I'm looking right at you. You Lego-headed son of a bitch. Just cover 3 points.
You Lego.
He looks like a firefighter from Lego, like if a Lego fire. He does.
Is that like a meme? Is that on the internet? Like a picture of him next to a firefighter?
I'm sure you could Google it and it'll come up.
It's an opportunity for us to make one.
That's true. Do not lose this game. Don't lose this game. Sam Darnold. I'll wear my jersey on Sunday. I'll wear that jersey over my
Lego head.
He looks like a Lego head. So Carolina Panthers at -3. Bet the Hass. Lock it in. It might actually. I think it's actually. What's the juice there? It was -118 or something like that.
Where are you at for what?
Carolina. What's Carolina's -3? Carolina -3.
-102.
-102.
Yeah.
Okay, so it actually might go to 2.5.
So it might go 2.5.
2.5. If it gets 2.5, Samuel.
Good luck to you, Derek, in your bet the house pick. How are your bet the house picks doing this year?
Hey, why you gotta fucking be like that? Like I've done nothing but said nice things about you. We haven't had a college football in like 3 weeks.
One. Last week, one week. I was in Nashville. I was dancing the honky tonks. I was singing
Getting dick down in Dallas. Road out and roller.
Thank you for your bet the house, Derek. I appreciate that.
How's your bet the house pick doing?
My bet the house pick. Have you ever taken a dog for bet the house?
Huh?
Have you ever taken a dog for bet the house?
Yeah, I took the Ravens 1 week. Hey, but are you even right now? Or are you up?
I'm even 3-3.
That beard is looking
3-3.
scared.
Beard is looking scared.
If Drew doesn't go above 500 on the Bet the House picks this year, he has to shave his beard.
I look more and more like I'm about to participate in like a barn raising.
And he looks like an asshole without a beard. So
I have a strong chin, but that's about it. I have a strong chin.
Yeah.
Other facial features aren't that good.
You look great with a beard.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel the same way. It's good to hear that you feel that way too. I feel like if I do shave the beard, I'll probably get carded to what do you need to do to get carded like at 16? I look like I'm 16 without a beard. It's
vote maybe
even more than you.
It's bad. I can't grow a
Although
beard.
that picture that came up of you at Cal U football game like freshman year, you've aged well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So, anyways, the beard. Yeah. If I have to go over 500 to keep the beard, and it's we're gonna have the Colts help us out with that this week at plus 3.5.
Colts plus 3.5.
I think the Colts win this game. Honestly.
Okay.
I think regardless who the quarterback is for the 49ers, I think the Colts are. You play the Texans. It's like a boost.
Sure. They won 31-3.
They win by 4 touchdowns. Everybody's. Yeah. I mean, Carson Wentz was only 11 of 20 in that game, so it's not like he was like slinging.
They play the 49ers.
We play at San Francisco. That's the only kind of weird thing is that it's in a different time zone, but it is a Sunday night game so it'll be 5:21 p.m. whenever they kick that game off. So daylight. It'll still be daylight out on the West Coast.
Yeah.
But I still think the Colts are going to be more than ready for that game at plus 3.5. Indianapolis Colts. Bet your house on that.
And I really like that because Carson Wentz is playing well right now. He is playing well right now. He is.
I think Frank Reich is the straw that stirs the drink over there.
He 100% is. 100% is. Yeah. Speaking of stirring drinks, thank you, Urban Meyer. You have a week off, so go ahead and enjoy yourself. Agreed. Colts are starting to pick things up. I'll roll with that pick. We got somebody rolling with your pick, so I'll give you his address if it doesn't hit, so you can come beat his ass. So that is where we are. We got Colts -3 as your bet the house.
Plus 3.5.
Colts plus 3.5.
So they can lose. They can lose by overtime field goal.
And what's the juice on that right now?
It's minus 105. So it could go to
so it could go to 4. Yeah, if it goes to 4, that's even better. It goes to 4, that's even better. So now we just have to end the show on our hot takes. Do you have a spicy hot take? Do you? Nashville hot chicken hot take? Oh, that sounds like a good sponsor. Someone get KFC on the phone.
Derek.
Yes.
Whenever
Yeah.
the Detroit Lions beat the LA Rams.
Wow. Come on now. You can't say that the Rams are going to cover.
Tell me. I took the over in that game, by the way.
Okay, that's right.
Over 50.5.
Okay.
And the score is going to be Detroit Lions 49, Rams 2. I think Aaron Donald will get a safety, but I think the Detroit Lions. That's my hot take. I think the Detroit Lions. They're going to get their first win.
Detroit Lions money line.
And it's going to be this. It's going to be like this whole thing. It's plus 640 right now. By the way,
all right,
that's hot enough for me.
All right. We should let everybody know because three times I've had someone tell me I took your hot take and it didn't hit. Yeah, we don't expect them to hit. All right, these are fun for us. These are something like, hey, we throw like $2 or $3 on it, or $5 on it, or $10 on it. You know, it's not something you're going to put an entire. The other bets we give you are where we're like 70%. Our hot takes are just fun. We don't even count towards our record.
Hot takes are like there is a universe where this does happen. It's not in any.
It's not likely.
It's not in ours or any of the 100,000 universes next to ours.
But
the 100,000th and first.
And if it does hit. That's pretty cool.
We called it.
That's pretty cool.
We called it.
We would never count it towards or against our record. So it's just fun. It's just fun. So please, if you're going to take any of the bets we took this week, not these ones, but we do them because I got a good one. I call this hot take the all-day upsets. You got a 1:00 game. That's an upset. The Bengals money line. Bengals beat the Ravens. I already called it. Bengals beat the Ravens. Bengals are going to beat the Ravens. I'm telling you right now, the Bengals are going to beat the Ravens. All right? Then you go to 425. You know the biggest loss in Tom Brady's career as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, do you know who it was against?
No.
Me either, but the Bears came into there and beat them pretty handily. The Bears upset the Bucs. So you got Bengals money line, Bears money line, and then the next day you have to wait 2 days for this to hit.
Go ahead.
Seattle Seahawks money line, Monday Night Football.
See, I think that's very nice.
Yeah, and so I think 2 of the 3 could hit, and then we're like, we really went away. That is plus 51.98. So $10 gets you 500 and $519, $520.
The hot takes are the ones that you pick instead of buying a scratch off at the grocery store.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example.
Would you rather buy a scratch off? Maybe get your money back?
Right. Or try to bring Vegas.
Or would you rather spend that 20 on a plus 51.98 dog?
Yeah.
And turn that into $1,000.
Because we've already learned any given Sunday, this could happen. Now, will they? Will all three of them hit? Probably not.
Derek, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you can ask me all the questions.
Do they play the games on paper?
No. It's turf, maybe, but it's no.
No, it's
they play.
composite.
Yeah, for sure.
You play the game. You play to win the game.
Who said that?
I think that was Herm Edwards.
You play to win the game. ASU's coach Herm Edwards. You play to win.
Or no, was that Romeo Crennel?
No, it was Herm Edwards. Don't be a dick. He was the Jets coach. All right.
But anyways, there's a reason the game is not played on paper.
Yeah.
And then
Alabama lost for the first time.
Yeah, that was crazy.
To an unranked team in like 300 games.
Yeah, watch out for this week's college football.
Is it going to happen?
That's what you got to watch out for.
But I will say, it's the Bengals money line, the Bears money line, and Seattle money line. We are doing upset alert for the NFL upset alert. God, if this hits, no, when this hits,
no chance.
When this hits, the only one that's probably not going to hit is the Bears game. I don't see a universe in which Tom Brady loses the Bears. However, I didn't see the universe in which Texas A&M beat Alabama.
Hold on, say it one time, like really confidently.
All right, here we go. My hot take of the week. All day upsets, baby. The Bengals money line, the Bears money line, and Seattle money line plus 5,198. $1 gets you $51.98. $10 gets you $519.80. Why not?
It's got to hit.
It's got to hit.
Just tell me why not.
And then when the Detroit Lions beat them, beat the Rams.
Yep. Yeah, you might as well just throw that in there too. That's an auto. Hold on, let's see where that takes this thing to.
Oh, you got it up already?
To the fucking,
let's go. Let's go.
39,107, baby. Plus 39,107.
So $10 gets you what? 3,000?
$10 gets you 3,000.
Don't tell us we didn't try to pay your mortgage this month.
Hey, we do have one piece of business left.
What's that? Oh, the Steelers song. The Steelers won this week.
Here we go.
And they're off. That's why we didn't talk about them.
Here we go. Bum, bum. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. Got Najee, black and the gold.
Here we go.
Got Big Ben,
and he's really old. Here we go.
Devin Bush, not really good.
Because
that was it. That was one line.
Oh.
Now we gotta rhyme that one next on the next win.
Devin Bush is not really good.
We could maybe redo that one.
All right. No.
It's a work in progress.
It's set in stone. So we can't add one this week because the Steelers are off, but also technically they can't lose their bye. So
cool.
So that is it. That is the show. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and being part of this. If you guys want to see any of our bets, you can. Remember, we post all these on YouTube, and you can always rewatch the video here. You can tweet us your bets or just send us messages with your bets because we'd love to post them and see your success and see our success. And if you like any of the bets that we took, or if you don't like any of the bets we took, feel free to send those over too. We do appreciate you guys hanging out with us during this hour. It's fun to get up here and talk sports and just be bros for a little bit. So again, we are looking forward to seeing what you guys think, and thank you, Live Casino, for putting this together and helping us get the word out there. And let's have another week. We were down last week. We're not out.
What down? What?
We were down compared to where we were. All right.
We had a winning week,
but it wasn't good enough for me. All right. So
if you bet $5,000 on each bet we took, you'd be up like $14,000.
Drew, that's not what I want. I want to be up $100,000. So
that is on the season.
That's probably true. So that is our show. You guys are amazing. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And until next week, have a Sunday.
Have a Sunday. Have a great time. And take the over.
Take some overs. Good luck, everybody. And we'll see you next week, next Tuesday. Probably we'll tweet out what time. That's it. Oh, what's that?
No, that was just thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Thank you. Hey, good show. Good show to you. We did it.
Thanks for tuning into the Take the Over podcast. Just a reminder, if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.